Hey guys, Mr. Milton here. Today we're going to talk about surface area of spheres. At the end of this video, you should be able to find the surface area of a sphere. Okay, a sphere represents the set of all points that are equidistant to the center. Okay, the distance from the sphere to the center is called the radius. Okay, this is very similar to the definition of a circle. The only difference is that a sphere is a three-dimensional figure, and a circle is a two-dimensional figure. Dimensional let's say 2D. Okay. When a plane intersects a sphere, the intersection is a circle. So imagine just dropping in a piece of paper in here. Anytime that intersection would be a circle. The plane that intersects the circle, the center of the sphere, is called a great circle. Okay, just basically the larger circle. Okay. The circumference of a sphere is equal to the circumference of the great circle. So it is the same thing. Okay, so here in this diagram you can see a couple things here. You can see a plane intersecting with the sphere, creating a circle through here. You can see the radius, okay, from the distance radius from the circle to the center, and then you can see a great circle here, like our equator. Okay, notice that the radius of the great circle is the same as the radius of the sphere. So our great circle, our radius, is the same as the radius of the sphere. Okay. For the surface area of a sphere, we can find that by using 4 pi r squared. Okay. 4 pi r squared is the formula for the surface area of a sphere. I want you to notice that there is no lateral area. Okay, and this is because a sphere has no base, and because of that it has no lateral faces. Okay, when thinking about this formula for 4 pi r squared for the surface area, a helpful thing to do is to look up a baseball. If you look at the stitchings of a baseball, it goes kind of like I'm not really a baseball guy, but it goes kind of like this. If you ever unstitched a baseball, you would see a net that looks something, wow, terrible drawing, looks something like this. Okay, the whole reason I'm doing this is so you can see that what basically happens is, and this is me on a bad drawing of a net, is that we have four circles. Okay, so the surface area is made up of 4 circles, and so if the area of one circle is pi r squared, well, then what we have is the area of 4 circles, 4 pi r squared. All right, so pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Let's look at some examples. Okay, number 1 I'm going to have you guys do. Number 2, let's look at that together. They give us the diameter. Okay, the diameter being 18. We need to find the surface area, and so the surface area of a sphere will be pi r squared. Our r in this case, they gave us the diameter of 18. Our r is 9 times 4. Okay, so what we have then is 4 times 81 pi, and that gives us 324 pi. Meter squared. Pi meter squared. Okay. Flipping over to the back, looking at another example. we have the equator is about 24,902 miles long. Find the surface area of Earth to the nearest square mile. Okay, so seems like a calculator type of problem. Have this out so we can use it. All right. So they told us that the equator is that long. So the equator would be the circumference. So we know that the circumference pi r squared. Okay, so I can say not pi r squared, 2 pi r. Okay, so 24,902 equals 2 pi r. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this equation to find the radius. And remembering that the equator would be the great circle for the Earth, and so if I find the radius of the equator, then I'll have the radius of the sphere, and that's what I need in order to find the surface area. So I'm going to solve this. It means I'll divide both sides by 2 pi. So 24902 divided by, put this in parentheses, 2 pi gives us a radius of 3,963 point, all that. Okay. I'll write 6 here. Okay. Now, while that might be the decimal that my calculator gave me, I'm going to do my best to try to keep this as it is as I go through the problem. Okay, so I know that the surface area is 4 pi r squared. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to square that times 4 times pi, and that will give me this number. Well, it's a big number, so it's like 187,387,018 to the nearest square mile. Mile squared. Okay. All right. So there we have it. The surface area for a sphere basically comes down to knowing the radius, and if you know the radius, then you'll be able to do it. All right. See you guys.